All right, let's get right into it. We're looking at this uh, really dense dossier today.
Incredibly dense. It lays out a case for what it calls the Convergent Operational Network, or CON.
A state-sponsored criminal enterprise. Our job for you today is to really break down how they claim this whole thing is built.
And the core method, the thing that makes it all work, is what the sources call administrative nullification.
Which isn't just, basic bribery.
Not at all. The claim is they use ring zero government privilege, so the highest level of access, to rewrite the rules.
To create what they call ghost records.
Exactly. It's like changing the source code of reality so that what they're doing isn't technically a crime anymore, at least on paper.
So it all hinges on this unifying idea they call the algorithm of theft. In simple terms, what is that?
It's the old problem reaction solution model. But here, they create the problem. They engineer a deficit on purpose just so they can mandate the sale of a solution they happen to own.
Creating the cancer to sell the chemo.
That's the perfect analogy, and the first place they allegedly apply this is to human biology.
Right. Sector 1. This is where we see that cryptographic identifier, 800-88-NAP.
And that's the key. It links the biological problem to the financial solution. The sources allege the Janssen vaccine is connected to a very specific condition.
VITT. Vaccine-induced immune thrombocytopenia.
Right. It's a nasty paradox. Your body starts destroying its own platelets while also forming clots. The dossier calls it creating biological insolvency.
And the solution they have waiting in the wings, this compound, RWJ80008.
It's a thrombopoietin mimetic. It basically tricks your body into replenishing those destroyed platelets.
So the same entity allegedly creates the agent that causes the depletion.
And holds the patent for the agent that fixes it. It's what the dossier calls a closed liquidity loop, a perfect profitable circle.
And this mechanism, this liquidation, it extends beyond just revenue. The sources claim it's also used for liability removal.
Yes, specifically targeting the elderly through what they term chemical assassination.
How does that work?
It's a specific drug interaction. Paliperidone palmitate, which is an alpha blocker, combined with morphine. This synergistic effect is allegedly catastrophic.
It causes a massive drop in blood pressure.
A hypotensive crisis, which leads to a fatal arrhythmia, a specific kind called torsades de pointe.
And then the cover-up is just a keystroke.
That's the nullification part. They ghost code the death as a simple cardiac arrest. It bypasses any forensic audit. The liability is just wiped from the books.
Okay, so that's the bodies. Let's pivot to the money. How does this same algorithm apply to the 9/11 attacks?
Well, the sources claim the problem was a pre-existing structural deficit in the World Trade Center towers.
A fireproofing fraud.
From decades earlier, yeah.
Right.
Linked to a contractor named Louis De Bono. That vulnerability is what allegedly allowed the catastrophic collapse.
And the solution wasn't to fix it, but to monetize the collapse.
Exactly, through the insurance payout. The key was the legal argument led by Larry Silverstein.
The two events clause. That was the lever, wasn't it?
It was. It successfully doubled the payout to around $4.55 billion. The physical asset was destroyed, and its value was converted into a huge injection of cash. The deficit strategy in action.
So you have this pattern of erasing and replacing. We see it again in Sector 3, the territorial part.
With historical events like the massacres at Tentura and Lita, the evidence, the villages, the graves, is physically erased.
Nullified by planting J&F forests over the top of them.
They call it green camouflage. Just like ghost coding a death certificate, you're overlaying a synthetic reality to nullify the original one.
So you strip it all down, the sources are claiming one core mechanism is at play here. Create the illness to sell the cure, burn the building to get the insurance.
It all comes back to that. And that leaves a really critical question for you to think about. This whole dossier, this entire narrative, it rests on finding these ghost records.
These hidden administrative documents.
Right. So what if the only way to actually verify or debunk any of this is to find something like Protocol 800-88 NAP or the original unaltered NIST fireproofing data? What other ghost records might be out there shaping realities we all just assume are fact?